What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today, BCH USD. It is the 11th day of August, and here we are at about $213 with roughly 10 and a half hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Shout out to the Dragon Riders out there. Let's get into it, okay? Here we are. Whoop. Here we are at the base of this crazy move down, man. Absolutely crazy. So crazy. A lot of volume came in at first to kick off this move, but not really a whole lot of volume all the way through. We didn't get these crazy levels of volume until we were at the low points here. So I think a lot of accumulation is happening. I think that's what we're seeing here is a lot of accumulation. Volume has died off since. It's just died off. So I do believe that we're at a point where we could see a sudden move one way or the other. It could be to the downside. And if it is to the downside, if we do see lower lows, I would encourage you all to take that as an opportunity to buy the dip. Genuinely, that's probably the best idea that you'd have. If not, if it pumps, then I would encourage you to perhaps not FOMO the rip. Either buy the dip or hold back on the rip, because either way, the reason why you buy the dip is because it's probably going to come back. The reason why you don't FOMO the rip is because it'll probably come back. Either way, we will probably be back around, if not directly at this exact price level after we make our breakout move, whatever and wherever the case may be. We look at this here on, I don't know if we want to look at it on the 1 hour. We're just so sideways. We've been moving sideways for so long. There's really not much of a chart to go off of. You kind of look bearish, but it's neutral. I mean, yeah, you kind of look bearish on everything, so maybe we move a little bit to the downside. But I don't know if I trust that because, again, we're just so choppy and sideways. 4-hour RSI taking this uptrend, shifting it to a downtrend. Stochastic, same thing. The MACD looks bearish too. But what does that mean? Does that mean that we move down like this, and then we move up, and then what? Then we break out, or then we move down? Like, how? We're just going to be here. I don't know how it's going to look. I don't know what it's going to be. It's too choppy, too sideways to really determine that. So the daily time frame, we've also been moving sideways since July 24th. It's August 11th now. Very neutral readings on all these indicators. I don't know what we're getting here, man. Weekly time frame. Okay, what I will say is rejecting the oversold zone like this is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Whenever you have not good things happening, you typically get bad price action. But we didn't get bad price action. We've been consolidating now for nearly 4 weeks in this same area. You had a false rejection, or a rejection that just didn't have any momentum afterwards. We look at this from a low to a high. You bounced right off your golden ratio. You literally tipped that golden ratio and bounced there. I don't know. That doesn't look bad to me. We did reject prior levels of support, but again, that rejection wasn't persistent and it was without volume. It makes me think that we could be finding support here, that we could be moving up. We are seeing this round out a little bit of a rounded bottom there, finding support here at prior levels of resistance as well, and then again at your golden ratio zone. It's definitely possible that from here we move to the upside. If we do move up from a high to a low, my expectation would be that we see something between 270, 292, somewhere in there at a minimum. Probably closer to this 292 level, if I had to guess, probably closer to that, because that does come in line with this prior area of support, this little knot right here. If not there, then it's completely possible that we go from like $310 to $364, somewhere in there. And again, there's not a whole lot in the way of resistance or support there, but just these little areas here, that might be points of interest to consider going forward. So something around 300, if not well above $300, could be coming our way if we move to the upside. Now, if we move to the downside, there's a couple of avenues of possibility here, right? We can move down, get this double bottom look overall, right? Kind of have a nice double bottom look overall. We could move down, and this is just some type of giant bear flag here, and we're going to move a lot lower, which I don't think is going to happen, but anything can happen. You never know. My expectation would be that if we move down from here, we probably would see lower lows, but I would think that we see just slightly lower lows. So again, kind of preserving that double bottom look overall, something like that. I don't know if there's any fibs that we can draw that would help us estimate that level. Let's just see. From a low here, yeah, let's take that low to this high. Golden ratio, So the 0.5 golden ratio, I mean, 172. If 172 doesn't hold, guys, then 141 to 115, that would be where we go. And that, it's not that you don't want to see that. I mean, it's still acceptable. It's still a higher low on a macro perspective. It's still all right, but I don't know if I want us to go that low. If we do go that low, I'm going to buy some, but I'm going to be buying based on my conviction and degeneracy alone, because that's going to be very emotional down there. And especially if we see a lower low, then that's really bad. But I don't think that we're going to go that low. I really do think that there's some acquisition going on here. So my assumption would be that we kind of just hang out near this golden ratio level. We're slowly going to build over time. We're going to get our higher lows and higher highs over time. And then whenever it is time, probably a year from now or later, that'll be when we start to rip and we start to see some significant growth. It might not be as boring as I'm portraying it to be. There might be some more volatility, but more or less we are, I think, going to move sideways for the better part of the next 3 months, 6 months, year, multi-month period here in this area. So again, just any type of movement, whether it's up or down, however far it is, I would expect that we do have a reversion back to this price area before moving any further in any direction. I've got nothing else. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. From a low to a high here. I mean, yeah, 163, 133. Those are possible targets if we go lower. I'm not expecting that. Just because I'm not expecting that doesn't mean it can't happen. 163 there, the 1414, and prior support back here, and prior resistance. That actually makes a lot of sense. We could go down there. That would be that perhaps like slightly lower low option if we were to do that. That might not be a double bottom at that point, but still within this realm of accumulation. Maybe a inverse head and shoulders forms or something like that. But I've got nothing else. I'm rambling at this point. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. I might not make a Bitcoin Cash video until we break out of this zone. Just because I've talked about it a few times, more than a few times, since July 26th, since July 24th. We've just been moving sideways. So I might wait until we make a move. If tomorrow we make a move, I'll make a video tomorrow. If it takes a week or a month, then I'll wait until we make a move. But it's just being boring. I don't want to come on and just say the same stuff over and over again. So I love Bitcoin Cash. It's one of my biggest bags. It actually is my biggest bag in my portfolio right now. But even though I love it and even though it's my biggest bag, I don't want to just talk about it whenever it's doing nothing. Right? I only have so many words. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.